Up next, it's finale time. That's right. It's all come down to this. Ottawa Hills versus TSA. I think we better get ready for a bodacious brain battle beyond belief. Only one team can leave victorious and be our champion. Who is it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game, the finale for the 2022 season, our 9th season. And it comes down to Ottawa Hills versus Toledo School for the Arts. All right, let's meet our teams right now. Ottawa Hills, tell us who you are.
I'm Thomas Franklin. I'm a junior. To my left is Ali Sadiq. He's a sophomore. And to my right is Alex Mian, and he's a junior.
And you are coached by?
We're coached by Mr. Torrio.
All right, Toledo School for the Arts, tell us who you are.
I'm Calvin Bosselman. I'm a senior. To my left here is Jacoby Edge, junior. And to my right is Haley McConaughey, a senior. We're coached by Mr. Kenneth Burchett.
All right. This is the finale, but things are pretty normal when it comes to our lineup. We start off with the toss-up round. All questions in this round are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer. So if you think you know it, I say go for it. You may confer before buzzing in, not after, and you can steal. I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. 10 toss-up questions start right now. Where are federal documents such as the Declaration of Independence? Ottawa Hills, Ali.
National Archives.
Correct. That is where they are preserved. Identify the 10-letter noun that designates the ability of a substance to be shaped or molded. That would be TSA. Calvin.
Plasticity.
Correct. That's what we were looking for. Identify the calcified tissue of the body that, along with enamel, Toledo School for the Arts. Calvin.
Bone.
Incorrect. Cementum and pulp forms the 4 major components of teeth. The correct response begins with the letter D. Ottawa Hills, would you like to steal? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Denton.
Denton is what we were looking for there, yes. In Egyptian mythology, what is the name of the creator god? And so that would be TSA. Calvin.
Ra.
Incorrect. And solar deity whose name begins with an A. That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Amun.
Say again?
Amun.
Can we accept that? We cannot accept that. No, it's Atum with a T. Which common type of map projection refers to a rectangle? That would be TSA. Calvin.
Mercator.
Correct. What is the value of 50 to the 4th power? That would be TSA. Calvin.
625,000.
Incorrect. Ottawa Hills, would you like to steal? That would be Thomas.
16,000.
Incorrect. 6,250,000. During the Civil War, if a soldier landed in this Confederate prison, he was to TSA. Calvin.
Anderson.
Incorrect. He was 2 or 3 more times likely to die than if he remained on the battlefield. Identify this Georgia prison. That would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Andersonville.
Andersonville is what we needed there. Yes, yes. Piccadilly Circus, a circular formation of intersecting roadways that connects Regent Street with the major shopping streets of Piccadilly, is found in which European city? That would be TSA. Calvin.
London.
London is correct. Identify the battle during which William II's Normans defeated the Anglo. That would be TSA. Calvin.
Hastings.
Hastings is correct. In what state was the Comstock lode one of the largest metal? That would be TSA. Calvin.
Virginia.
Incorrect. Largest metal yielding veins of gold and silver located. Ottawa Hills, would you like to steal? That would be Thomas.
California.
Incorrect. Nevada. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. Well, well, well. Very tight competition indeed, not to be unexpected. Ottawa Hills 30 points, but currently in the lead with 40 points is Toledo School for the Arts. Stick around, our risk and reward round is coming up next. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game, the finale. Ottawa Hills, 30 points. Toledo School for the Arts, 40 points. As we move to our risk and reward round. In this round, both teams, you will receive the same questions. 9 of them are 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. 10th question is the risk and reward question. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments based upon a topic. You may also pass. However, a wrong answer or a non-answer will result in negative numbers. Okay, Ottawa Hills, you're at 30. Toledo School for the Arts, you're at 40, meaning you're sticking around. Ottawa Hills, off to isolation. All right, TSA, are you ready for your risk and reward round?
In theory.
Sir. Yep.
All right, it starts right now. What was the name of the first geological era?
Does anyone know this?
That would be TSA, Calvin.
Cretaceous.
Incorrect. Precambrian is what we needed there. How many bytes are in 1 gigabyte? That would be Calvin.
1024.
Incorrect. 1 billion. 1 billion in a gigabyte. Spell the medical term neuralgia as it refers to the pain or discomfort in nerve endings. That would be Calvin.
Neuralgia.
Correct. Give the scientific name of the type of white blood cells that contain both B cells and T cells.
Thrombocytes?
Those are just clots.
No, they're thrombocytes.
I mean, I'll say it.
That would be Calvin.
Thrombocytes.
Incorrect. Lymphocytes. Lymphocytes. Give the meaning of the acronym SQ3R, a proven method of comprehension and mastery of subject matter. That would be Calvin.
Subject query 3 reasons why I know the subject.
Incorrect. Survey, question, read, recite, review. Which cranial nerve is responsible for transmission of odor molecules and consequently results in our sense of smell? That would be Calvin.
Olfactory.
Correct. Renoir painted this scene of an open-air restaurant on the island of Chateau, portraying his friends amusing themselves. Identify this 1881 work of art. That would be Calvin.
Luncheon of the boating party.
Correct. Her reign as Empress of Russia was referred to as the golden age of the aristocracy. Identify this youngest daughter of Peter the Great, under whose leadership the first Russian university was established. That would be Calvin.
Catherine the Great.
Incorrect. Elizabeth. Identify the dramatic work that contains the line, "A salesman is got to dream, boy. It comes with the territory." Spoken by Willie Loman to his son Biff. That would be Calvin.
Death of a Salesman.
Correct. Risk and reward time. Your topic is literature. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on this question, or you can pass. Again, the topic is literature.
20 points.
20 points for Toledo School for the Arts. Risk and reward question. The topic is literature. In the 1890 novel, The Sign of 4, who is the clever detective who serves as the main character of the story? That would be Calvin.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, elementary indeed. Yes, all right, you get the points. 20 points added to you, and that means you're at 100 points. Toledo School for the Arts. That is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Now, though, it is time for you to head to isolation. All right, let's bring back Ottawa Hills. Welcome back, gentlemen. Are you ready for your risk and reward round?
Yes, sir.
Starts right now. What was the name of the first geological era? That would be Thomas.
The Cambrian.
Precambrian is correct. How many bytes are in 1 gigabyte?
1 giga, that's 6,000. No, is it 1,000? Is it just 16? No,
It's a million. Yeah.
Did I get in time? It's 1 billion. 1 billion. Spell the medical term neuralgia as it refers to the pain or discomfort in nerve endings.
Neuralgia.
Just go it.
That would be Alex.
Neurolgia.
Incorrect. Neuralgia. Give the scientific name of the type of white blood cells that contain both B cells and T cells.
Antibodies?
No, it's not phagocytes. It's
Time. Lymphocytes is what we needed there. Give the meaning of the acronym SQ3R, a proven method for comprehension and mastery of subject matter.
SQ3R.
Superquartile something.
Time. Again, I'm sorry. Survey, question, read, recite, review. Which cranial nerve is responsible for transmission of odor molecules and consequently results in our sense of smell?
All I know is it's in the head.
The nose nerve.
That would be Alex.
Cranial nerve 6.
Incorrect. Olfactory nerve is what we were looking for there. Renoir painted this scene of an open-air restaurant on the island of Chateau, portraying his friends amusing themselves. Identify this 1881 work of art. That would be Ali.
A sunny day on the island of the Grand Prix.
Incorrect. Luncheon of the boating party. But going for it, I like it. Her reign as Empress of Russia was referred to as the golden age of the aristocracy. Identify this youngest daughter of Peter the Great, whose leadership the first Russian university was established. That would be Alex.
Catherine.
Incorrect. Elizabeth is what we were looking for there. Identify the dramatic work that contains the line, "A salesman has got to dream, boy. It comes with the territory." Spoken by Willie Loman to his son, Biff.
Death of a salesman.
That would be Ali.
Death of a salesman.
Correct. This is your risk and reward question. Risk and reward question. The topic is literature.
Should we pass or just do 10?
Would you like to risk anything? You can go up to 30 points, 5-point increments, but you can pass as well.
Let's go 5 points.
They're going to go 5 points. Ottawa Hills says 5 points on the topic of literature. In the 1890 novel, The Sign of 4, who is the clever detective who serves as the main character of the story? Ali.
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. 5 points for Ottawa Hills. That is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Now let's clear our score, bring back Toledo School for the Arts so our two teams can see where they stand. All right, welcome back to both of our teams. Let's take a look at our score. Toledo School for the Arts went for the risk and reward question. They risked 20 points. They got it right, and they stand at 100 points. Ottawa Hills, they also went for the risk and reward question. They only risked 5 points. They got it right. However, we did have to make a slight correction to your score, and you now stand at 45 points. While these teams are separated by those amounts of points now, anything can happen next. Our category round is coming up next, where questions can be worth up to 30 points apiece. There's a double or nothing question. It's just going to be crazy, so stay tuned. All right, we're here with Ottawa Hills coach right now. Coach, you're running a little bit behind right now. What do you have to say to your team?
Boys, you've been in situations like this before. Just get aggressive on the buzzer. If you know the answer or if you think you know it, be super aggressive. Get as many questions fired off as you can so you can make up that deficit. We've been there before, and that's the drill.
What do you want to say? How have you felt about your team, and how's your season been?
Our run at the BGU Brain Game has been great. These are young players, and we have lost a lot of seniors and leadership over the last few years, and so these guys have been just playing great teamwork, and it's their teamwork that got them this far. And so I'm just super proud of them, and they're having a great time. So this has just been a really great run. It'd be awesome to cap it off, with a championship. So.
And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Ottawa Hills, 45 points. Toledo School for the Arts, 100 points as we move to the category round in this finale. The category round, the power shifts a little bit to our teams. They will have 6 categories to choose from. Inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. And I must warn you, with all seriousness, deductions start now. That's right, if you go for 20, you can lose 20 points. But to kind of make things kind of sweet and soft, there is one double or nothing question in there somewhere, but you got to find it. All questions are open to all people and all buzzers at all times. You can confer before buzzing in, not after, and you can steal a question in this round. And by the way, just because you pick that question, like I said, you don't own it. Questions are open to all buzzers, including that double or nothing. All right, Ottawa Hills, since you have 45 points, you get to make the first selection.
Let's go world history for 20, please.
World history for 20 points. This French queen was accused of treason. That would be Toledo School for the Arts. Calvin.
Marie Antoinette.
Antoinette. Let them eat cake, so they say. TSA in control.
World
Yours.
history 30.
History for 30 points. What Nazi war criminal known as the Butcher of Lion was? That would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Mengele?
Incorrect. Was arrested in Bolivia in 1983 and extradited to France, where he was sentenced to life in prison at the age of 73. Toledo School for the Arts, would you like to steal? That would be Calvin.
Klaus Barbie.
Correct. Toledo School for the Arts, in control.
World history 25.
World history now for 25 points. The Nubian Desert is a somewhat remote part of what larger, well, that would be Toledo School for the Arts. Calvin.
Sahara.
Sahara Desert, yes. In control, TSA.
World history 15.
World history now for 15 points. The Falkland Islands are a colony under which nation? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Britain.
Correct. Ottawa Hills in control.
World history 10.
World history for 10 points. This type of people wander from place to place. TSA, Calvin.
Nomad.
Nomad is correct. All right, TSA in control.
Do you want your children's lit? Children's literature for 30.
Children's literature for 30 points. The movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was based on a 1978 book. Who wrote this book? Time. Judy Barrett is what we needed there. TSA in control.
Let's go 25 on that category.
Children's literature for 25 points. The Tale of Beauty and the Beast was originally written in what language? That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
German?
Incorrect. TSA, would you like to steal? That would be Calvin.
French.
French is correct. TSA in control.
Lit 20.
Children's literature for 20 points. In the novel, Sarah, Plain and Tall, Sarah is from what state? Maine. TSA in control.
Solve me for 30.
Solve me for 30 points. What is 61 squared? Time, 3,721. TSA in control.
All right, solve me 25.
Solve me for 25 points. 1 pound equals 454 grams. If something weighs 20 pounds, how many grams does it weigh? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
9,080 grams.
Correct. Ottawa Hills in control.
Let's do honors geography for 25.
Honors geography for 25 points. What's the largest desert in the world? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Sahara.
Incorrect. Toledo School for the Arts. Calvin.
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Yes. TSA in control.
Okay, well, then we're sticking with it. Honors geography for 30.
Honors geography for 30 points. What is the capital of the African country Chad? Time. N'Djamena is what we needed there. TSA still in control.
Our words for 10.
Our words for 10 points. Identify each word or name that begins with the letter R. Person who is playfully mischievous. That would be TSA. Jacoby.
Rascal.
Rascal is correct. TSA in control.
All right, 15 for our words.
15 R words. A synonym for a garage sale. That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
A rummage sale.
Correct. Ottawa Hills takes back control.
Keep going. Keep going.
Our words for 20, please.
R words for 20. Light sensitive membrane that lines the back. That would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Retina.
Retina is correct. Ottawa Hills trying to make a move.
In sequence 30.
In sequence 30.
In sequence for 30. Determine the next item in the sequence based on the pattern of elements. 3.1415. Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
9.
Correct. Ottawa Hills in control, making a move.
Our words 30.
Our words for 30 points. Type of map that shows elevations and depressions of the land. Time. Relief map. Ottawa Hills in control.
R25.
R for 25. No, not accounts payable, but accounts. Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Refundable.
Incorrect. TSA, would you like to steal? That would be Calvin.
Received.
Sorry, accounts receivable is what we needed there. End of round. All right, let's take a look at our score. Ottawa Hills currently at 45 points. TSA with the lead of 220 points, but it's not over yet. We have one more round, the brainstorm round. All questions worth 20 points. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. BGSU Brain Game, the finale, continues after this. We are with the coach of the Toledo School for the Arts. All right, coach, you're going into the final round now. You've got a lead. What do you want to tell your team?
Well, this is the opposite of if we're behind. Like, we're ahead a little bit, so what we need to now is be ever so slightly conservative. Like, don't be afraid. But when you think it's something, maybe give it that extra half a sentence so the question doesn't turn on you at the end, especially since there's next.
Just real quick, how was your season, and what do you want to say to your team?
Our season has been amazing. We're very senior heavy this year, which other schools are very glad of. We won the small school state championship this year. We were 5th in the country in small schools, playing charter and private schools. It's been a great year, and we're hoping we can end well.
And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game, the finale. It is Ottawa Hills versus Toledo School for the Arts. Ottawa Hills has some ground to make up there at 45 points with TSA at 220 points. We have a substitution for Toledo School for the Arts. Calvin, could you tell us who's joined your team?
And for Jacoby Edge is Emma Todd on my left.
All right, welcome to you in this final round. This is the brainstorm round. In this round, all questions are worth 20 points. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but not after. But no stealing in this round. We go immediately to the next question. Toledo School for the Arts, Ottawa Hills, are you ready for your 3 minutes of brainstorm? They start right now. In mathematics, what does the abbreviation QED stand for? Quod est demonstratum, that which is to be demonstrated. Not a sea, but actually solidified lunar lava. What was the name? That would be TSA, Calvin.
Mare.
Incorrect. Sea of tranquility is what we were looking for there. In the human body, how many vertebrae are there? That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
33.
Correct. Which creatures are critical to the ecology of the earth because they aerate the soil? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Earthworms.
Correct. In physics, what does force times distance equal? That will be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Work.
Correct. What state shares Louisiana's longest eastern border? That would be TSA. Calvin.
Eastern. Mississippi.
Correct. What type of electromagnetic waves are produced by nuclear decay? That will be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Gamma.
Correct. Just ask the Hulk. What adjective is used to describe the steady speed achieved by an object freely falling through a gas? That will be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Terminal velocity.
Correct. The world's highest freshwater lake, Lake Titicaca, is found in which two South American countries? Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Ecuador and Colombia.
Incorrect. Bolivia and Peru. Identify either of the two structures formed in the process of reproduction in flowering plants. That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Anther.
Incorrect. Zygote and endosperm. What type of graph is most useful to demonstrate the frequency of a set of categorical data? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Bar graph.
Incorrect. Pie chart is what we were looking for there. With regard to military use, what is the meaning of the acronym NORAD? N-O-R-A-D. Time. North American Aerospace Defense Command. In which war is John Hersey's A Bell for Adano? That would be TSA. Calvin.
Spanish Civil War.
Incorrect. World War II. According to Greek legend, who cut the Gordian knot with a single stroke? TSA. Calvin.
Alexander the Great.
Correct. In 1944, General Douglas MacArthur liberated this Asian, that would be TSA. Calvin.
Philippines.
The Philippines is correct. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. While they came back fighting, Ottawa Hills has 85, and our winner and champion for our 9th season is Toledo School for the Arts. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. To our runner-up, Ottawa Hills, and to our champions, Toledo School for the Arts. Now, in the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's meet in the middle, shake hands, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. Or they can pass, yes. You don't even have to do it. You can be like, I'm good. And move on. Oh, it's rubbing, isn't it? Makes me so sad. I tell you what, the best part of the show is that spelling and the Oh, standing by, sorry. The finale for the 2022 season. How's this? That's good. That actually popped my lower back there. All right. Hey, Maren, can you ask Megan, our director, if it's okay if I do the Shakespearean lines in costume?
Stand by. 5, 4, 3.
The password is don't tap. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. Not to be mistaken with the bird that fights Godzilla. I know, that's what I thought too. I was crushed when I found out. Much to my surprise.